So today we are going to set up the ultimate Dagestan fighters tier list. I put together a list of the Smash Brothers. We want to find out where all these Smash Brothers rank with each other. And we're going to start with Shara Magomedov. So this guy, let me be fair, let me be honest, he's a great striker. He's one of the few strikers in this list of Smash Brothers, ground and pound Smash Brothers. In my opinion, Shara Magomedov is one of the best strikers from Dagestan, but I believe he will be fraud checked pretty soon because this guy has no grappling at all. I believe they will push his record just like they pushed Khabib's record to look like this invincible guy. But as soon as he gets a grappler, I believe he will be fraud checked, just like our boy. So in my opinion, Shara is a C-level Dagestan fighter. The next guy on the list is Zabit Magomedsharipov. He is the biggest what-ifs in our game of mixed martial arts, because this guy was on a tier. He had everything. He had striking, he had grappling, he had submissions, he had wrestling, he had the spectacular fight style. Jesus Christ, people thought Israel Adesanya or Anderson Silva were flashy in their prime, but this guy has one of the most flashiest styles in MMA. He had cardio issues, yes, but he had also issues with his health. That's one of the reasons he retired and went to a farm. So he's just having fun on his own ranch. In my opinion, Zabit, he had everything. He would have become champion in my opinion for sure. He's an S-tier Dagestan fighter. Next guy on the list, Usman Nurmagomedov. Usman is a pretty fine name. I like the name. He's 26 years old and he is a cheater. He has been suspended for cheating. He had an illegal substance in his system, but he was set to return. The bout was cancelled. He's a pretty good fighter. He's the champion of the lightweight division in Bellator, or he was the champion. In my opinion, who cheats is not the real champion, but I have a different take on this in another video. In my opinion, Usman Nurmagomedov is an A-rank Dagestan fighter. Next up is the Punisher Mokaev, 23 years old, 11-0 and a choke and decision monster. He has a lot of potential. We saw him in London. This guy is really great at grappling, a classic Dagestan fight style, going to the ground, grappling, beating up your opponent by ground and pound strikes. This is a kind of boring fight style, but boring and effective are two different things. We see this all the time with all the crotch sniffers, okay? But in my opinion, Mokaev is a young guy. He's 11-0. He has a lot to learn and a lot to accomplish in the UFC. But in my opinion, he is ranked and B-rank fighter. By the way, if you have a different opinion on this, just write it down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. I'm open to this. You know, I have the best predictions in MMA YouTube, but and the best opinions, okay? But I'm still open for a discussion, so just leave it in the comments. Oh my god, next up, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. Retired with 29-0, beat up Conor McGregor, beat up Justin Gaethje, beat up Dustin Poirier. Who didn't he beat up? In my opinion, I don't have to discuss with you, Khabib is a D-rank, no jokes, is a S-rank Dagestan fighter. Next up on the list is a guy called Umar Nurmagomedov. All the guys in Dagestan are called Nurmagomedov. Just have the name and you will perform, okay? So Umar Nurmagomedov, in my opinion, is a really good fighter. He's very boring. And he's a cancel Calvin. This guy had so many cancellations on his schedule and I don't respect that. I don't like it from fighters, okay? I don't like it when people cancel all their bouts. Of course, I understand when it's your opponent's fault, when your opponent pulled out, or when you really injured yourself. But if you have so many cancellations on your goddamn record, there's something up with you, and I don't respect that. But nevertheless, the guy is young. He's 28 years old. He has a record of 17-0, but he's known for his cancellations and his decision wins and chokes and so on. I don't like this, so I'm gonna rank this pretty low. In my opinion, Umar Nurmagomedov is a C-rank Dagestan fighter. Ramazan Kuramagomedov. These names are getting pretty complicated, man. 27 years old, 12-0, and the ground and pound Gregory. He loves the ground and pound. This guy is going to the ground all the time. If it's beautiful, I don't think so. If it's effective, yeah, I believe it's effective. For the fact that he's pretty young and he's very effective in his game, and nobody can hate ground and pound fighters or submission fighters, because this is just an aspect of mixed martial arts. So you can't hate on that. In my opinion, Ramazan Kuramagomedov is a B-rank Dagestan fighter with a lot of potential. Magomed Ankalaev, we know this guy, we love this guy. Oh, I'm not sure we love this guy, but we know the guy. Not the best and interesting fight style, but I think he's the biggest threat to Alex Pereira in light heavyweight. This guy has a lot of potential. He's good on the ground. He has great striking and he has a lot of power. So in my opinion, Magomed Ankalaev is an A-rank Dagestan fighter. Ikram Aliskerov, 31 years old, 15-1, and his only loss. The only loss on his record is to Khamzat Chimaev. So this guy was on a tier, or is on a tier. He loves a Kimura. He had 3 Kimura submissions in his career, and he's a cancel Conrad. So this guy has everything, even a loss to Khamzat Chimaev, but he loves to cancel the bouts as well. He's a pretty talented fighter in my opinion, with a lot of potential if he gets his commitment right, but he's a B-rank Dagestan fighter. Abubakar Nurmagomedov, 34 years old, 17-4. This is most likely the worst record on this list, but it's still a good record, of course. He's a decision Daniel, and since 2015, he has only won by decision. No knockouts, nothing. He's a good fighter. He's like the uncle of all these fighters, if you just look at him visually. But in my opinion, this decision-focused wins and so on, and the worst record on the list, I give Abubakar the first spot on the D rank of the Dagestan fighters. Next up, Islam Makhachev. In my opinion, Islam Makhachev already achieved more than Khabib Nurmagomedov. He defeated Charles Oliveira. He defeated Alexander Volkanovski 2 times. He defeated many other people, but in my opinion, he is even better than Khabib, and I would love to see a fight. Both of them in their prime, both of them fully focused and not family driven, just raw smash. I would love to see that fight. Who would win this fight in your opinion? Write it down in the comments. So Islam Makhachev, of course, gets the S-rank Dagestan fighter spot. Roman Kopylov, 33 years old, 12-3, and a striker. So officially he now takes the spot for the worst records, but I respect him for being a striker, and I like that. He's great at striking, he has a lot of potential, but he's getting old, so his time is up. It's not much time left to climb the ranks, but we know how it is in UFC and MMA in general. 1 or 2 wins, spectacular, and a good call out, and you get the next big step. Roman Kopylov gets the B-rank Dagestan fighter spot in my opinion. Askar Askarov, 31 years old, 15-1, and a sea monster as well. He likes to cancel the bouts, but he's very talented. I've seen him fight. He's great at this game, but I don't understand what's up with all the Dagestan fighters and their cancellations. This has to be checked, because this is it's obvious, guys, what the hell? But Askar Askarov is a very talented fighter. I give him the B rank on the spot. Next up, and the last guy on the list, is Said Nurmagomedov, 32 years old, 18-3, and yeah, he's a good fighter as well. I believe he has no star potential. He just looks like Joseph from the Bible, you know. Yeah, he's a great fighter, but I believe he will not get quite far in the UFC. He's getting old and he still has a lot of work to do. He's getting the C spot on the list. So, what do you think about this list? Who would be champion between these three if Zabit fought against Khabib and Khabib fought against Islam and so on and so forth? Who would win this? Who would stand tall if they are all three locked in a room and they have to fight till their death? Who survives? Who comes out? Write it down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your opinion down in the comments and watch this video next. Subscribe to the channel for future MMA content. See you in the next video. Peace!